Okay, so everyone should be tracking the board. Since we really didn't do that good on this essay, what I want you to do, I'm just going to show you how to understand the text in order to understand the writing prompt. So they gave us a writing prompt, right?
Yes.
Jador, eyes on the board. They gave you a writing prompt, right?
Yes.
We don't know what the writing prompt is, but did we just read the text?
Yes.
We just read the text and we know that the text is all about astronauts, right?
Yes.
So what we're going to do, I'm going to show you, all I'm going to do is model. So your eyes should be on the board at all times, your pencils should be in your home. Everybody put their pencils in their home in 5, 4, 3, 2, thank you very much. So I'm going to read our writing prompt and then I'm going to annotate it. So first, all I'm going to do is read it. Because I know that y'all are new third graders and some of y'all did not do this writing prompt correctly, okay? So I'm going to read the writing prompt, I'm going to explain the writing prompt, then we're going to work our way through the writing prompt. Then I'm going to give you a second reading for you guys to do, and you're going to answer your writing prompt on your own, okay?
Yes.
Everybody got it?
Yes.
So it says, you have read 2 texts about the early space program and astronauts who were part of the missions. How many texts did we read?
2.
How many texts did we read?
2.
We read 2 texts. Some people argue that early space travel was too expensive and we did not learn enough from it. Write an opinion essay arguing that there are actually many benefits to early space travel. Be sure to use details from the text as you write the opinion. It says, show that you understand your ideas in this passage. Use ideas from the passage as part of your own story. Use words and sentences to create images for the reader. 4. Use periods, capital letters, and correct grammar. So, down here before we get started, this is all of the things that you need in order to have a good essay. So how this person right here put A, B, C, and D, did they ask us for A, B, C, and D?
No.
Did they ask us to circle anything?
No.
Did they ask us to circle anything, Aaliyah?
No.
No, they did not ask us. This, what I just read, is just things that you need to have in your essay in order to get the maximum points, okay? Okay, so let's go back and let's reread our opinion statement because I really want y'all to understand our prompt. I'm sorry. You have read 2 texts about early space programs and astronauts who were part of the missions. How many texts did we read?
2.
So how many texts do you think we have to write about?
2.
2. We read about 2 texts. So I want everybody to box that in. I want everybody to take a pencil and box that in. When you box that in, we putting that back in our home. You have 10, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, we way down here. 1. Your pencil should be in your home. So now it says, some people argue that early space travel was too expensive and we did not learn enough from it. Write an opinion essay. What type of essay we writing?
Opinion.
Opinion. Now I want everybody to put 2 lines under opinion essay. Write an opinion essay. We're putting 2 lines under opinion essay. Once you are there, your pencil should be in your home. Your hand, I want to see thumbs up when you're ready. Grace, I'm waiting on you. So now it says, write an opinion essay arguing that there are actually many benefits to early space travel. Somebody with a 3S hand, what are we writing about? We know that we're writing an opinion essay. What are we writing about, Jaden?
We're writing about. You can do this, Jaden. Early space travel.
Okay, early space travel. We are writing about early space travel.
Benefits.
How, what you said? What you said?
About its benefits.
How, what does it say before benefits?
Many.
Many benefits. So are we gonna write one benefit?
No.
How many are we gonna write?
2.
We could write many benefits, so we could write from 2, it has to be more than 1, right? So we could write 2 benefits, or we could write 10 benefits. But for right now, we're only gonna write 2 benefits. Everybody say 2 benefits.
2 benefits.
2 benefits. So what I want you to do, I want you to underline many benefits to early space travel. I want 2 lines under many benefits to early space travel. I know Alfred is there because his thumb is in the air. It is on the board so that you can see. You don't have to guess. It's already on the board. I'm seeing most people are there. We're waiting on a few people. Terrell's there. Ayana's table is there. Just wait a second. Waiting on 2 more people. Waiting on 1 person. So your pencil should be in his home if you're finished. You finished, Grace? Where's your thumb not up? Simple directions. Okay. So we are writing. What are we writing? 3S hand. What are we writing? Job. What are we writing?
What we writing is many benefits. That means we will write 2 sentences about the two pages.
Are we writing 2 sentences?
No, 2 benefits. Benefits means.
So help him out, Aiden. What are we doing in our prompt?
We're writing many benefits about early space travel.
Okay, so what are we writing?
We're writing 2 texts.
No. What are we writing, Jaden?
We're writing opinion.
We're writing opinion essay. Everybody say we are writing.
We are writing
An opinion essay
an opinion essay
about many benefits to early space travel.
about many benefits of early space travel.
Okay, so I know that did I read my prompt?
Yeah.
Did I read my prompt?
No.
Yes, I did. This is a prompt right here. I'm reading my prompt. Y'all were correct the first time. So did I read my prompt?
Yes.
Yes. Did I annotate my prompt? So annotate means underline.
Yes.
I annotated my prompt. Now I have to think about, so during our writing, so you know during ELA when we do our writing part of reading, and remember we learned about RAFs, the R, A, F, T, S. Remember we learned about that? Okay, so now we are only going to focus for today. We're only going to focus on T. We're only going to focus on T, and T means topic. Everybody say topic.
Topic.
T means topic. Everybody say T means topic.
T means topic.
Alrighty. So I know that my topic is that I am writing an opinion statement about many benefits of early space travel. I'm writing an opinion essay about many benefits to space travel. So what I want you to do, I want you to look at me while I write about my prompt. So before I write a prompt, before I write my opinion piece, how do I start my essay? What are some of the things I could say in my essay? What are some of the things I could say? Aiden. My opinion. So I'm going to write my opinion, or I could say in my opinion. I like in my opinion. In my opinion, I think there are, you should be looking at the board. There are many benefits write my prompt?
Yes.
Yes, because what were they asking us to do? What were they asking us to do? Somebody besides, okay, Tatiana, what were they asking us to do? Let's go back to our prompt. What were they asking us to do? Write an opinion essay about what? Many benefits to what? Very good. Let's give Tatiana 2 snaps in the clap. Okay, so we know that we did our first part. So that's our introduction, right? We did our first part. So now we have to name one benefit, right? So I'm going to go on and I'm going to say, okay, one benefit to early space travel is, so I'm going to say one benefit to early space travel is that we learned a lot. So now that I know that we learned a lot, I know that we learned a lot from early space travel, right? So then I'm going to say, okay, it asked me to be sure to use details in both texts when I write my opinion. So what does somebody think I'm going to do? So I already wrote why I think I already wrote one benefit. Now what do I need? Because it says use details from the text to write your opinion. What do I need now? What do I need now, Cortez?
I need to write something about
I need to write, so I need some examples, right? So I need some examples. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say, okay, I'm a 3rd grader. I read about astronauts and Alan Shepard. So let me go look and see. And I know I annotated because I saw some of y'all were annotating in the text, right? I saw some of y'all annotating the text. So I'm gonna say, okay, I said that one benefit was that we learned a lot, right?
Yeah.
So all the people learned a lot. So guess what? I go right to my little sentence and it says NASA learned a lot from Project Mercury. It says NASA learned how to put people in orbit. It learned how people could live and work in space. So isn't that something that we learned a lot?
Yeah.
How people learn and work in space?
Yeah.
So I'm going to write that. I'm going to say, during Project Mercury, NASA learned how to fly. Jot your eyes should be on the board. A spacecraft and how people live and work in space. Did I make those words up?
No.
Where those words came from?
text.
From the text. So guess what that means? I don't really have to think about it because I annotated in the text because that's where I need my examples from, right?
Yes.
That's what you said, Jaden? That is details. Very good. So now that I know that I have one benefit down, so how many benefits they asked me to do?
2.
So we said that we were going to do 2 benefits, right?
Right.
So now I'm going to go ahead and write my second benefit, but before I can continue, I have to sum up my paragraph, right? Because this is a paragraph. So I'm going to say they would not have known these things if they didn't send people to space, right? What we learned that people, will we know if people could learn and work in space if we didn't send them? No. So we had to do it in order to show them, right? So they would not have known these things if Project Mercury had not started to travel in space. Okay, so now we already have one benefit down. So how many? We need another one, right?
Yeah.
We need one more. So I'm gonna say another benefit. Another benefit to space travel is that it prepared for future programs. So I know that this happened in the early 1960s and the 1920s. I know that it happened in Allen became an astronaut in 1959. I can see that in 1971 they had people go to space. So, do they have programs now about space?
Yes.
They do.
NASA.
They have NASA, right?
Yes.
If we go to Mississippi, we go past up the big old NASA. When I was at Xavier University, I went to the NASA. It is huge. I went to NASA. So guess what? Do you think if Alan Shepard and his friends didn't go to space, you think they'll have those programs now? No, they probably wouldn't even have a science department at Xavier, right? They probably wouldn't even have that. So let's go on. So we know that they made for future programs. So let me go back. So I'm going to go back to my essay. I know I annotated again. And it says, after Mercury came the Gemini program and Apollo, right? Didn't we read that? We read about Gemini and we read about Apollo. And it says, NASA landed human beings on the moon for the first time. So that's really important, right? So it's not that we need to figure out what we have to do. There's things in our details that we could write in our essay, right? So we can definitely say something about that. We can say Project Mercury prepared NASA for Gemini and Apollo. Okay, so now that we have this, we have to tell us why is this important, right? This is important because it put humans in the moon for the first time, right?
Yes.
What you say, Jaden? Go ahead. You don't want me to keep going? Okay. So we know that Gemini and Apollo, they put humans on the moon for the very first time, right? Do you think if it wasn't for Mercury, that humans will be on the moon for the first time? No. So this is how our essay would look. Our essay will look like this, but I'm going to give you a better, because my essay is kind of messed up. So I'm going to give you something that I wrote up, that this is how our essay should go. One benefit of space travel is that we learned a lot. During Project Mercury, NASA learned how to fly a spacecraft and how people learn to work in space. We would have not known these things if Project Mercury wouldn't have started travel, right? That's our first benefit. Our second benefit is another benefit is that space travel prepared us for future programs. Project Mercury prepared NASA for Gemini and Apollo. It is important because Apollo was the program that put humans on the moon for a very first time. And that is why we have many benefits to early space travel, right? So did we answer our prompt to the best of our abilities? Yes, we did. So now this is our prompt, and this is what we answered. So now what I want you to do, I am going to give you a prompt, and I want you to read it, and you're going to answer our prompt like I modeled for you today, okay? Can anyone repeat my directions to me? Aaliyah.
You are going to give us a prompt, and
Go ahead, Aaliyah.
You're going to give us a clap, and we're going to join a video chorus.
Yes, very good. Give Aaliyah 2 snaps in the clap. I'm going to come around, and if you don't have a pencil, I'm going to give you a pencil. But for right now, I want everybody to read our prompt, read our text, and you're going to answer our prompt like we did today. So what's happening outside should not be what's in here. You're passing out your prompt. Please stop. So please pass it out, put your name on it, and you may begin. Pass those out, put your name on it, and you may begin.